Hey Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Philadelphia Eagles Now, and today let's go ahead and do mailbag video number 2 here on the weekend. Again, if you're a fan of the channel, you saw mailbag video probably yesterday. Well, here's the other half of that because we had a lot of questions. You guys used the hashtag Eagles, and let's go ahead and jump right in. Keith is asking, why are we not addressing the linebacker position? Well, Keith, I don't know. I've been a big proponent of addressing the linebacker position. They basically did not do that this offseason. Yes, they got Jadeveon Brown. He's probably going to start, but that's not exactly addressing the linebacker position because, in my opinion, it's the weakest really depth chart, the weakest overall position group the Eagles have going into the 2020 season. Now, some people disagree with me because of the player Nathan Gerry. Nathan Gerry is the #1 linebacker on Philadelphia right now, and people seem to think that he's going to have a very big season. Now, he wasn't terrible in 2019. 78 tackles, 5 quarterback hits, 2.5 sacks. He had a fumble recovery. He wasn't awful by any means. But is that going to be the best the Eagles get at the linebacker core in 2020? Will Brown step up? Is it Singleton to somebody else? The depth chart to me is just weak overall. They're kind of hoping that somebody pops and hoping that the defensive line, makes up for a lot of the sins of the linebacking core and what they're going to commit. But I think overall it was a mistake not addressing the linebacker position, and it probably will come back to hurt the Eagles in some way or another. They could have gotten Kenneth Murray at number 21 overall. They went wide receiver, so we'll see how it all works out. Again, if Gerry pops off like everyone keeps telling me he's going to, and Brown's better than what they paid him to do this offseason, then sure, it'll be fine. I just don't see it yet. They're not going to add anybody else, though. That's the question. Why are we not addressing? There's no one else to go ahead and get. So this is what we have. The Eagles depth chart is as it stands, and I guess we'll wait and see and hope that they play a lot better than Thomas Mott thinks that they're going to play going into next year. Are you guys okay with the current Eagles linebacker core? Do you guys agree with me? Am I right? Or do you wish that they had done more to do it? Type Y down below if you think that they're good. If you think that they needed some work, type N down below in the comment section. All right, moving on. Next question here is by Hunter. Do you think Peters is the big signing they were talking about, or do you think it is someone else, and who? Okay, so this is all from the Brian Baldinger tweet, which you'll see on your screen right now. A couple of days ago, I think it was Sunday, and I pulled my phone out, saw it on Twitter, and it was, big signing is coming. You guys see it right now. I thought it was going to be Jadeveon Clowney, and I tweeted that it would be Jadeveon Clowney, and guess what? I was wrong. Now, is this the big signing? Yes, this is the big signing. This is exactly who Brian Baldinger was talking about, and it's a big signing to Baldy because Baldy's a big offensive line, defensive line guy, and he's a big Jason Peters fan. He immediately went down and broke down film on his Twitter account how great Jason Peters is. So yes, this is what Baldy was referring to. It is Jason Peters. Now, can they still go get somebody else? Sure. The 4 big names we talked about is Clowney, Everson, Griffen, Jamal Adams, and Logan Ryan. Will they go and get one of these players? I don't think so. So the real question is, are they done? Are they officially done getting people? Yes, I think that they are. Unless it's a small signing here or there, or a major injury happens during training camp. Knock on wood, hopefully that does not happen. Those would be the 4 guys that they could go get. The guys we'll probably still talk about in this video because you guys like to ask those questions. I just don't see it happening. This Jason Peters news was the big news Baldy was talking about. It's been quiet there ever since. So I guess just be happy the Eagles addressed the right guard spot. I mean, that's about all we can do overall, despite the fact that literally everybody was hoping it was Clowney, Griffen, Jamal Adams, or even the cornerback Logan Ryan. Now, if you could have any one of these 4, right? Any one of these 4, Clowney, Griffen, Adams, Ryan, who would you guys like to have? Give me a comment down below. C for Clowney, G for Griffen, A for Adams, or R for Ryan. If you could, money wasn't an issue. You could have any one of them. Let me know who you guys would take. I would probably take Jamal Adams, but I'd take Everson Griffen over Jadeveon Clowney, as I've said many times before. Where would you guys go? Who would you pick? Let me know in the comments section. Okay, before we move on, the Eagles shorts I talked about just a couple of days ago are back to being our featured product of the day here on the channel, and they are free shipping. They have free shipping right now with the promo code 34SHIP. Link is chatsports.com/Eagle Shorts. It's obviously on your screen right now and down below as well. They have the Eagles logo, the Eagles color, and they are perfect to wear during the summer because where I live in Atlanta, it's still hot and will be for many, many months, as you probably are in a hot spot right now as well. So go ahead and pick up your official Eagle shorts right now. Chatsports.com/Eagle Shorts, the place to go ahead and pick those up. Look good, stay cool, and rep the Eagles during these hot summer months, which again are going to be going on for a very, very long time. Max asked, bro, I'm sorry, Peters is not playing right guard or playing left tackle forever. That's not a big transition across the line. I guess that we'd put him at left guard and put Samalo at right guard. Bro, listen, I'm sorry, but they are going to play him at right guard. They've said so. Peters has said so. Lane Johnson has said so. And the Eagles themselves have confirmed that it's just going to be Peters at the right guard spot. So everyone's saying it's too much of a transition, but they would not have signed him and said he will start at right guard if that was not the case overall. Now, we'll see. I mean, maybe he stinks at it in training camp, but they would not have given him $3 million plus a $6 million total incentive if he plays well enough if they did not think he could play right guard. So I'm sorry, but he is going to play right guard. It will be Dillard at left tackle, at least going into the start of the NFL season, and that's what the Eagles have said, and that's what I'm going to keep saying overall. I'm not sorry about my shameless subscriber plug right now because we're trying to get to 12,000 subs, and we need your guys' help. A lot of you guys watch the video but aren't subscribed, so if you like the channel, throw down and click the big red subscribe button down below. That way you guys are notified whenever we drop the latest videos by clicking the notification bell. And also can go ahead and get access, obviously, to our community page where you have polls and all of that kind of stuff. All the link is down below, obviously, in the little subscribe box. Just click the little red box the way you guys are subscribed and help us get to 12,000 total subscribers. Rohan Kumar asked, I feel better with Peters going back to his Hall of Fame left tackle spot and Andre Dillard, as he's still earning his career rate and ready for development, switching to right guard. Do you think that makes sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Now, half of this makes sense, half of it doesn't. Jason Peters to left tackle, if that's what you really want to do, yes, that technically would make sense because that's his position. The part that doesn't make sense here is Andre Dillard to right guard. They tried to play Andre Dillard a little bit on the right side last season, and he was terrible at it. Listen, when you're that young, and you're just trying to figure out one position, it's way too hard to go, hey, you're a left tackle, switch over to right guard. Jason Peters has been in the league for 17 plus years. He's been he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So if anyone can make the switch, it's him. Now, is it easy to switch? No, but they think that he can do it. Moving Andre Dillard to right guard would be disastrous to his career. It's too early. Dillard has to just figure out how to play left tackle right now, as he struggled at times last year in the 2019 season. So no, I don't see that happening. I've been wrong before, but I feel very confident that they will not move Andre Dillard to right guard, even if Peters goes back to left tackle and they need a right guard going into at some point in the NFL season. Who do you think finishes at left tackle in 2020? Is it Peters or Dillard? Type D for Dillard, type P for Peters. I think Jason Peters will stay at right guard. I think Andre Dillard will stay at left tackle, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Eagles Sixers for Life asked, when Jeffrey and Jackson retire, do you think Jalen Reagor will climb his way up the wide receiver depth chart and become the Eagles' #1 wide receiver? I hope so. I mean, yes is the simple answer here. You drafted him in the first round. You expect him to be the star of the Eagles offense. I'm going to say yes, but I mean, who knows? We're going to wait and see what happens with this year. Don't base his entire career off of one season, so let's see what he has next year and the year after that and going on. But yeah, I hope so. I mean, that's why you spent a first-round draft pick on him. Casey asked, rather see Griffen instead of Clowney. Listen, the stats are askew here because Griffen played a lot more than Clowney did in 2019, but even with that being said, I'd rather have Griffen over Clowney. Yes, he is 32 years old, but he did have very good stats last year, made the Pro Bowl, and can still produce, and he'd be cheaper, so Everson Griffen. We have time for one more here. Brandon asked, where's Jack Driscoll on the O-line from Auburn on the depth chart? Well, on your screen right now, he would be I think he'd technically be number 3 on the right guard spot because Peters is going to start at right guard, and then Matt Pryor has more experience, so he's technically number 2. And then down below number 3 is Jack Driscoll. Now, obviously not pictured is Brandon Brooks, who's on injured reserve, so he's not on the active roster, so he's not obviously on our graphic right there. But Driscoll will be number 3. The only way that he gets playing time is injuries right now, or if Peters stinks and Matt Pryor stinks, and then you got to play somebody at right guard, then it would be Jack Driscoll. I think Driscoll will be good and will play for Philadelphia at some point in his career, but he's young, he's a rookie, he's a later-on draft pick. Just, slide him down in the depth chart, and eventually, hopefully, he'll be able to come up and get to the point where he can play meaningful snaps in Philadelphia. But again, let me just finish with this. A lot of people are concerned about the offensive line, and are concerned about the right guard spot, and concerned about Andre Dillard. Take the right guard spot, take the left tackle spot out of it. They have one of the best right tackles in the NFL in Lane Johnson. They have the best centers in the NFL in Jason Kelce, and one of the most underrated left guards in Isaac Seumalo. So even if you get average play from the right guard spot and the left guard spot, they're still above average on the O-line. They proved that last year, even with the injuries. I think they're going to be better than people think, and I truly believe Peters will be fine at right guard, maybe even great at right guard, and Dillard will ease into the left tackle spot. He'll play a bunch of games and should prove his worth as a former former first round draft pick. There you go. All the time we have for today. I think I answered every single question that was asked below my previous video using the hashtag Eagles. If I missed your question or didn't answer it, it's probably because you had a similar question to one that I did pull, so I just don't want to answer a bunch of Jadeveon, Clowney, or Everson, Griffen questions. So we snuck one or two in there and then got to the rest of them, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Plenty more of this next week, so stay subscribed. We'll do news, we'll do rumors, we'll do mailbags, as we always do here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. I appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe out there. Wear a mask. That way we can have football. For Philadelphia Eagles Now, I am Thomas Mott. As we go ahead and sign off, you guys enjoy the rest of your day.